Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And so, before we get started, if you guys could do me a solid and smashing that like button, I would truly appreciate that, as well as turning on bell notifications so you don't miss a video upload. Shout out to today's sponsor, Helium Mobile. You guys can try them out for a month free just by using my promo code in the description. That will get you guys your first month free on their plans. Um, a little bit different as how I wanted to do this video. So let's geek out with Nothing Technology. Let's go. All right, as I said, we're gonna be geeking out with Nothing Technology. So strap yourselves in for a quite lengthy video, but glad to have you guys here. And if you are watching, while it is premiering, thanks for being in the premiere. And you guys should see me in the chat. But again, this is a premiere, not a live stream. However, if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for checking it out when you had time to. Really appreciate that. And your time is very valuable. And I appreciate you guys for checking out my video. But anyways, we're going to get into talking about Nothing Technology, what I think about it, what my next device is going to be, how I feel as a, avid Google Pixel fan, kind of just, do I feel like I'm betraying Pixels by, really kind of hyping up Nothing? All that will be answered in today's video. And we're going to take a look at some of the cool stuff that Nothing has and give you guys my perspective of Nothing as a brand. So without further ado, let's get into the site itself. This is us.nothing.tech, so you guys can go check it out for yourselves at your leisure. Now, when I decided to grab a Nothing Phone 1 because somebody was selling it in my city, I don't regret my purchase at all whatsoever. As a matter of fact, it actually inspired me to pick up more things like the CMF Buds, the CMF Watch Pro, and it's just intrigued me even more to go down the rabbit's hole with this brand. Like, I've tried different things. I've tried Samsung, I've tried OnePlus, I've tried iPhones, and they're great. They're good in their own right. Nothing about them, and no pun intended, but nothing about them would have me say that they're so terrible, don't buy them. I'm not that type of guy to tell people don't buy stuff. I just tell you guys what my experience is with things that I have experienced, so you guys can decide if it's a right fit for you. But whatever you choose to buy is what you choose to buy because it's your money, not mine. So anyways, Nothing has brought a different perspective. It's brought something out of me. This enthusiastic geek of mine has just surfaced again when it comes to, this brand, this product of things. I have absolute respect for Carl Pei. I have absolute respect for Nothing Technology and their subdivision CMF. And I mean, God, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna shill out to try to get their attention so they can send me products. I'll buy their products. I don't need them to send me anything. I will buy their products and review it. This is just one of those ones that's just like, yes, like when I can get my hands on one of these devices, I'm gonna be like even more excited. But Nothing has built from nothing, which is just crazy. And you guys gotta subscribe to their YouTube channel and listen to some of their stories as they kind of share with you guys in YouTube their journey and into where they're at now and their hopes and their dreams of further progressing the company. Nothing has a real good thing going for it, and this is why I'm so excited for them. They started off with audio technology, right? The Nothing earbuds, and then they released a phone, the Nothing Phone 1, and from there they just continued on to expand their portfolio, which we're gonna take a look at in this long video. But yeah, so one of the things that I do want to make mention is that the Phone 3A is coming out March 4th. For those who are interested that have the Nothing Phone 2A, you guys can be expecting the follow-up series to drop March 4th. And I believe this is going to be in the US beta program, which I'll explain what that is here in a little bit. But you even have these, right? I mean, they don't just go for like the traditional, what we're used to type, wireless earbuds, but they even have these. So they have like different designs that, people would prefer. I mean, I would prefer these because I know I can go running on the treadmill at the gym and I know they're not going to fall out of my ear because they're not using my ear canal as an anchor to hold the buds in. It's actually using my ear itself to anchor the device so it doesn't fall out. So I can continue listening to music while I work out. Or I can go with, what we're used to when it comes to wireless earbuds. But this is one of the things that highlighted my interest in Nothing. And that is not only their attention to software and attention to hardware, but their playfulness in hardware. Carl Pei and his, you know, focus to detail for the hardware, not only just for the design and shape of it, but also for, playful colors, reminds me of somebody in the tech industry that is no longer with us, but kind of had, the similar ambitions and really was just on it when it came to every little detail of product sold by his company, and that is Steve Jobs. Now, I'm not saying that Carl Pei is copying Steve Jobs. I'm just saying that they're kind of like in the same journey walk, although, Carl Pei is walking a completely different lane. However, kind of the same ambitions, the same drive, the same things. And so I respect that from Carl Pei when it comes down to what he is building with his brand Nothing. And if you guys don't know who Carl Pei is, he was on board with OnePlus before leaving OnePlus and starting Nothing. Um, and gaining market little by little, not trying to overrush or and try to have to like overcompensate for a lot of things when it comes to Nothing phones and Nothing technology. So yeah, he has my utmost respect, but I can see that like with these playful colors with the ear A's, right? This is supposed to be like budget earbuds, I guess. And a little playful. I mean, it's got that frog. I assure you, the frog does not come with the case. Okay, it's not like it's a case with a plastic frog hanging on it or anything like that. That's just for show on the website. Um, but even creating a subdivision known as CMF and really just kind of like going out there with their products. Now, I have these right here, which is the CMF buds, and they're phenomenal. I really love these earbuds. They're so good that they have replaced a lot of earbuds that I've used and just are my go-tos. They're paired to like every one of my phones that I tend to take out and use on a daily. That way I'm always using those specific buds and they sound really good. It's just yeah, it's awesome. And it's only like $40 for these buds. You can find them on Amazon. $40 for them, and they sound so damn good. But my interest has peaked that my next target device that I've decided to grab is the Nothing phone, not the Nothing phone, but the CMF phone one. So this phone right here, it is a little weird, quirky phone, which I'll talk about here in a little bit. Kind of like touch base with the specs, and then you have the CMF Watch Pro 2, which has a round face. I am currently using the original CMF Watch Pro, which is a square body face. I like it, but I will end up getting the Watch Pro 2s in the future. And then of course, Nothing OS 3.0, so Android 15 with their own little spin on it, and really cool stuff. And then of course they got apparel. They got Nothing apparel that you can grab. They got hoodies and stuff like that. And then there's a US beta program. And why is there a US beta program? Well, like I said, Nothing is grabbing market share slowly. Not painfully slow, but they're not over rushing things, right? So their devices is not technically, there's not a US model to their any other devices. They do work in the US. I have the Nothing Phone 1. And this phone, I can tell you guys, works great on T-Mobile. It works good on AT&T. But with Verizon, you only pick up LTE. You will not pick up, like their 5G ultra wideband and millimeter wave. And so if that's a deal breaker for some of you guys, then you guys may not want to be interested in Nothing technology until they actually release fully to the US. But they are released in Europe and in parts of Asia. And so, you know, they do have market share and, it is growing. Right now in their beta program, the Phone 2A, the Phone 2A Plus, and the CMF Phone 1 are available for US users exclusively through Nothing US beta program. So you can learn more about that. You can order it. And like I said, you know, my next targeted phone is the Nothing Phone 2. Oh, not Phone 2. The Nothing Phone 1 or CMF Phone 1. I keep getting it all mixed up. The CMF Phone 1 is my next targeted device. Okay, the Nothing Phone 2 will come after that. The Phone 2A will come after that. Eventually, working my way to get into the Nothing Phone 3. So that's a lot of phones to be getting throughout 2025. But this is my first pick that I'm going to go for next. And the reason why is just because of this playfulness that it has. Um, so for some things for you guys to know, it's got a MediaTek Dimensity 7300 chip. There's two different models. There's a 128 and a 256 model. Both are, with 8 GB of actual RAM, and you can boost it to 8 additional virtual RAM, which uses the internal storage as virtual RAM. Not the best move, but if you need to use it, you can. But anyways, and it's got a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. It's got a 50 megapixel main camera shooter, and then it's got a portrait sensor to go along with that. So no ultra wide camera shots with this. I know, bummer for those who are heavy into smartphone photography. And a 60 megapixel selfie cam in the front. Um, and cost $239. Which one of the things that kind of like really shocked me here was like with the display. So it does have 120 hertz refresh rate on the display, but it also has 2000 nits of peak brightness. Um, which is very similar to my Pixel 8a. And in direct sunlight, my Pixel 8a is really good in sunlight than seeing the display. So you should be able to see the display on this. And this phone is only $239. That's pretty solid. Um, just a little bit more detail about the device, right? The 8-core, 4 nanometer built processor with 8 gigabytes of RAM, and to boost it by eight additional gigabytes of virtual RAM. So you can see right here, it says 8 gigabytes of RAM plus 8 gigabytes RAM booster. That's just adding virtual RAM. Not the best way, really. I wouldn't do it. But you have all these different accessories for interchangeable, which is why that the back plate looks like this. You can unscrew these and take off that screw wheel at the bottom corner. Take the entire plate off, switch it up, put orange on it, or you can put this color of like greenish teal on it. And you can mix and match the buttons, right? You can put like the black button here, or if you're on orange, you can put the black button here, or if you're on black, you can put either the orange or the teal green button on there. Like you buy all the different back plates and just change up the way your phone looks, right? You can, literally add any of these accessories like the lanyard. You can add that. Um, you can add a kickstand. You could add, I believe this is additional. Um, Looks like something that can carry your cards. I don't see it being an additional battery, but it might be an additional battery pack. I don't know if it's like NFC. Let's find out. What kind of connectivity does it have? It has no NFC, so then I'm not going to say that that's a wireless charging because I don't believe that it has wireless charging. Um, wow, here's interesting, right? So it's SIM, dual SIM, so it's a nano SIM. No NFC. You have gigabit LTE advanced and gigabit 5G dual mode, so that's NSA and SA, so non-standalone and standalone. Current bands that this device supports: 5G NR bands and 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 20, 28, 38, 40, 41, 66, 77, and 78. With LTE bands 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 20, 28, 38, 40, 41, and 66. Yeah, so let's see with battery. I want to see if this thing has like wireless charging. So you got a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, which supports up to 33-watt charging, and a 5-watt reverse wire charging, but no wireless charging. So you can reverse wireless charge with the cable, but there's no wireless charging. So because of that, I'm going to go on the whim and say that this little box back here probably can hold like your credit cards, your ID cards, and stuff like that. You can bolt it onto your phone, so you have like these little playful things, which really just catches my excitement when it comes to stuff like this. I mean, you can go like with the Nothing Phone 2, and with the Nothing Phone 2, I mean, it kind of just like continues on what I got with the Nothing Phone 1. You got like the glyph lights, you got the see-through back plating, you can see like the charging coil on it. Um, there's supposed to be like when you open up the phone, there's supposed to be some sort of kind of like an Easter egg, right? Carl Pay's like a big fan of Pokemon, so do you find like a Pokemon reference built into the phone, like on the inside when you take it apart? Um, but yeah, you can do it this way. Spin the phone around, take a look at it. Yeah, so it's kind of like this repeats. Um, but and you guys will be happy to know that the volume rockers are on the right on the Nothing Phone 2, and the functional button is on well, it's on the left. The volume the volume rocker is on the left when you're looking at the display, and the functional button's on the right. So you don't have to worry about getting them confused because they're on the opposite side of each other. Um, Now we don't really have a full thing of like what the Nothing Phone 3 is gonna look like, but we're getting a lot of like leaked renders saying that there's actually gonna be 3 camera sensors instead of 2. and I'm quite excited for that. Um, you know, and powered by Android 15, and you have all these little playful things you could do with Nothing OS. And Nothing OS is really designed to be intuitive and helpful, but not be overbearing and addictive, if that makes any sense. So they don't want you like stuck on your phone and losing out on the real world. They want you to literally be able to immerse yourself in the regular world. And then when you need to do stuff, grab your phone and do what you need to do on it, and not pick up on the cycle of endless app openings and scrolling and stuff like that. Which, is solid. I appreciate that from them. Because sometimes we do need to spend less time on TikTok and more time in pursuit of other hobbies, which I've been doing lately. And trust me, it's for the better. I feel a lot better when I'm able to break away from my smartphone and from social media, as I'm human just like all of you, and I can get stuck in the endless cycle of the matrix. And to being able to unplug from the matrix and experience the real world is a great, great thing. It's so refreshing, not just for like my health, not just for my physical health, but for my mental health as well. And I appreciate them for even caring enough to kind of, have that aspect. Um, so, you have the different devices that they have, the phone 2, the phone 2A, the phone 2A plus, and then you have like different cases that they sell for it, including some accessories like a 45 watt power adapter. um, then you have like I'm getting notifications. That's one of the notification sounds on my uh, Nothing phone. But anyways, you also have like the 100 centimeter cable and the 180 centimeter cable, so you can get the a lot longer reach cable. Um, for those accessories. Now, when it comes to the CMFs, you have the phone one, you have the earbuds, you have the CMF Buds Pro 2, which I'll probably end up getting the Buds Pro 2. They look just like my current, CMF Buds. Um, so let's take a look around, see what they look like. Looks like it's a little bit more rounder. Um, Still got that wheel. If you don't know what this wheel is, oh wow, it's got these little two slats right there to help you spin it. But what this wheel is, if you don't know, um, and they're only 55 bucks for these buds, by the way. Let me go to the CMF Buds Pro, see if we can get a visual. But anyways, what it is, you can actually spin this wheel. And when you spin this wheel, there's two holes which allows you to clip, like to feed a lanyard into it, so you can wear it like a necklace and hold it, around you, or you can connect it as a keychain to your car keys if you want. The case clip closes pretty good. I like that about these buds. Um, so yeah, but I mean, you can stay tuned. I'm gonna do an individual review on these buds. I did an unboxing and got quite a bit of attention. So of course, I'm gonna do my full on review of it. Um, You got like the Watch Pro 2, and you got like different straps. So these are actually pretty cool. More accessories. So there's orange and blue. Um, CMF Watch Pro 2 bezel and strap set. I don't see a bezel. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's right. The Watch Pro 2 circular, but like there's like this bezel clip that can go over it. So you can change these bezels out right here for something else, like a different design bezel. It's pretty cool. Not groundbreaking, but still kind of cool. And I got like a 100-watt power adapter. These are pretty cool. Look at that. It's got like 3 open ports, one regular USB and 2 Type C ports. Like I want to get me this so I can just have a lot of my cords just plugged into one that can charge 3 of my devices. It's like 60 bucks for this. So overall, with a lot of what Nothing is doing and their subdivision CMF is doing, it's just so intriguing to me. It's got me on this thing where I just, I want to grab these things, not only just to review for you guys here on YouTube, but, to use in my day-to-day personal life. Um, So yeah, you guys could be expecting that in the future, but this is just, my thoughts on why Nothing and CMF are really intriguing and exciting for me. And I do apologize. It's very hard for me to speak, for some reason. I bit my tongue the other day eating soup and it hurt like hell. Um, but anyways, you guys will see more coverage on my Nothing Phone 1. And when I get the Nothing on the CMF Phone 1, you guys will see a lot of coverage on that. And I'll continue to post update videos on the Watch Pro as well as the Buds. I got to do a review on the Buds. That'll be coming out later on next week. So be expecting that. And of course, using the Nothing Phone 1 alongside like the iPhone 12, currently working on that video. I am going to talk about similarities and differences between Nothing and OnePlus using the OnePlus 9 versus the Nothing Phone 1. So you guys can be expecting all that stuff. And, yes, there will be Google Pixel videos down the road. There will be iPhone review updates down the road. Or if I decide to get an iPhone 13, if I upgrade to that, you guys can be expecting all that later on down the road. But for right now, my thing is Nothing. I don't even know if that sounds right. Thanks for checking out the video, and I'll talk to y'all later.